Hello everyone, welcome to my latest video. This one is a sales roundup for the week ending 17th of August 2018. I do these every week, and this is just part of what I sell on eBay. I also sell on Facebook, and I've started to do a little bit of Amazon. We've had quite a good few sales on Facebook actually this week. I sold a hi-fi separate unit, I sold a sat-nav unit, and I sold an electric shaver. On eBay I've had a really good week. I've actually had to condense this video down a bit. I've not actually including all my sales this week, mainly because there's just so many and a lot of them are run-of-the-mill items. So I've cut out anything that's not that interesting or I've covered before, like I've sold them and I've mentioned them in previous sales roundups. So there's probably about 20 to 30 items in addition to the ones that I've mentioned here, all reasonably low value though. So let's make a start on the ones I'm including. This one is the Mystery Novel PC game. I have actually mentioned these in the past. These came from a job lot of PC software, and I got $3.99 plus free shipping. This is a murder mystery game that I've had for absolutely ages, well over a year. I think I started it at £10 free postage, and it's gone down to £4.98 free postage. It will have to go Hermes. So not a great deal of profit on that one, but I'm pleased that it's gone and made some space in my storage. I won't be picking up any more murder mystery party games again. I do see them at auction sometimes, and if it comes in a box of auction items, then obviously I'm going to list it, but I won't seek it out at a charity shop or a car boot sale or anything like that. I think it's probably wise to stay away from these. There's probably exceptions, but in the main I don't think they do well. This came from a car boot sale. I think it cost me about £2 or £3. Took an offer on it at £14 plus the postage. I've had it on for quite a while now, probably about 2 months. So I was pleased that I could shift that. It was brand new, but the box was very, very tatty. This was a good pickup. I got this from an auction for £10. It's a massaging chair, and all these parts of the chair all sort of vibrate and move around and heat up. It came with the remote control, manual, and it's in its original box. And I got £50 plus postage. I took an offer on it, and I'm pleased with that. For £10 pickup, that was good. These were trainers that my son used and grew out of, so I was just clearing them, and I got £8.95 plus £3.99 postage on that. They were quite worn, they still had life left, but he liked these trainers, but they were very expensive new. I'm sure these were about £50, so you know they still sell, even though they're a little bit worn. This is a foot spa. I've sold these before, the Remington Aroma foot spa whirl. However, this one was missing the pumice stone, but otherwise it was really good condition. It fully worked, so I priced it, taking that into account, at £12.95 plus postage, and that sold quite quickly. This was a remote control for a Philips Combi TV and DVD set, sold for £5.95, free shipping. Came as part of the remote control haul I had, so basically it owes me nothing now. I'm into profit, well into profit on that lot. More of my son's old football boots here. These were nice, £14.95 plus £3.99 shipping, although technically made a massive loss on these because I'm sure these were very expensive when they were new. But he had his use out of them, grown out of them. But yeah, they would have cost well in excess of £50, so £15 resale isn't great, but it's good that I managed to get something back on them. This came with the PC gaming haul I bought. Managed to get most of those listed now. This one wasn't really a good item. As you can see, it's 2012, and it sold for £2.95 with free shipping, and it went large letter. So not really much any profit in there, but at least it's out the door. This came from a car boot sale fairly recently. Cost me £2, and it's a Technic stereo receiver, and it fully worked. I had to put a new plug on it because it had like a weird plug on it, so I had to put a new plug on it. It fully worked. It's made in Japan, and it sold for £15 plus the postage. I thought it would be worth more when I saw it at the boot sale, but no, they seem to go for that's the going rate. So I was pleased to get that though. This is a 35mm camera. They always do well for me. Not great deal of profit on this one, £5.95 plus the shipping. But it was a nice one. It came with the case. And again, it would have come as part of a camera haul from the auction. Probably doesn't owe me anything now. This came from a auction recently. I've sold the 2 cases that I also bought with it. The cases and the game cost me £10. I actually took an offer on this one at £25, which is quite cheap. But as you can see, lots of the bits were missing from these plastic frames, and I was competing with other ones that were more complete, so I thought I'll get it out the door and get it sold, and it went for £25. That was all profit because I'd already made profit off the cases as well, so that's the main reason I took the reasonably lowish offer. It was basically half what I was asking for, but it was priced high initially, so yeah, I was pleased to get rid of it. This came from an auction, part of a lot. I think it cost me £3 for the whole electronics haul. This was quite a pain to pack because it's got a glass, it's all glass here, and I had to put bubble wrap round it and then put some styrofoam round it. But I got £15 for it, plus the postage, which is really the top end of what these sell for. And I was competing again with new items. I mean, this is quite an old one with mahogany handles and stuff, so it's reasonably I wouldn't say rare, but I don't think they make them like this one anymore. So if somebody wants the older style one, it was a good buy. But you're competing against more modern ones, which are generally only £20 brand new. So I was pleased with the £15 plus postage. £8.99 postage. I actually sent it Hermes for £2.95. So I actually made a bit of profit on the postage there as well. These were part of an electronics haul I had at an auction, just dumped in the box basically. They're 2 chrome light fittings that go on the wall. I was going to put them on Facebook, but I stuck them on eBay for £15 for the pair, and they did actually sell. I'm not sure if I took an offer on them. Yes, I took an offer for £10 for the pair plus postage, which is good for something that is basically just gravy now in that lot. These were Scooby-Doo action figure toys that I've had for absolutely ages. Went through last fourth quarter without a sale, so I was pleased to get these gone. £6.99, free shipping. They had to go Hermes, so not a great deal of profit, but they're gone and out the door. This I bought at a car boot sale probably about a month ago now. I remember seeing Nick Hills did a video on it, so I picked it up. I think it cost me £6, and it was in really good, nice condition. As you can see here, all the parts were there and they're all bagged up nicely. It was in used condition, but it was, it was really well looked after. And I priced it quite high at £25, free shipping, but it did actually go, so I was pleased with that. I actually took a offer of £20 on it. I've had it up there since I bought it from the car boot sale, so I was pleased to get rid of that. Again, you're competing against quite a lot of these. A lot of them were new, so I was pleased to get that out the door. This is a BT Freestyle additional charging base unit for BT cordless phones. This sold for £14.95 free shipping, or go Hermes, and I was pleased to see that gone. This is a Brabantia bottle opener. I'm not sure if it was vintage or not, but it was made in Holland. But there was lots of new ones on there for probably around sort of the £15 mark. So I put this on for £9.95 free shipping. It actually went large letter in the end, just with some cardboard wrap around it. So yeah, that was a good sale. This is basically the handset that went with the base I just showed you, and I got £19.95 for it, free shipping. This is the Turtles game I showed you recently in an auction haul, I think. I can't remember how much it cost me, probably around, I think it was about £5 for the whole box, with other stuff in there as well. I think there were some computer games in the box, if I remember. But I got £18.95 plus postage for it. Fully worked, as you can see here. I tried to play it. Not particularly a great game by the looks of things. But yeah, not too bad. The paper was slightly tearing away from the plastic here, so I actually glued it back into position, made it look a bit more appealing. This is a Wii Fit board with the game and the manual. This one had the inner packaging in the box as well, fully tested and cleaned, and I got £15.95 plus the postage. These are still selling, but they're not great sellers anymore. I don't generally pick them up unless they're part of auction hauls. I've got quite a lot in my pile of shame, and I need to get listed for fourth quarter. But yeah, I don't know if the market's flooded with them, but they don't fetch as much as they used to. It's a mobile phone. I would have picked this up as part of a mobile phone auction lot. Probably doesn't owe me anything now. Probably sold plenty of the phones from that lot to be into pure profit. And it sold for £7.95 plus £2.99 postage. This came from an auction recently, which was 3 brand new and sealed Xbox 360 Kinect games, so they're not worth a great deal on their own, so I bundled them all up and put them as a lot of 3 for £10 free shipping, and they sold. This was something I've had for a very long time now. I did actually have 2 of them, and I misplaced the other, so I listed this one separately on its own, and it sold for £3.95 free shipping. Went large letter, it just about squeezed through. I've actually got lots and lots of 8-track cartridges that I've got to list, but I just got to get the momentum to do it. It's a bit of a boring listing, but I do need to get them on there. But they're the similar sort of thing, Elvis, and I think there's Eagles, various sort of 70s and 80s bands. But yeah, I was pleased to see that sold. It might give me a bit of encouragement to get the others listed, because there's not a huge amount of profit, but I know there's some in there that are worth quite a little bit more. So on the basis I've got a lot of them, it would probably end up being about £100 profit if I got them all listed. So whether I list them as bundles, I'm not sure. This was vintage bike lights that came in an auction lot, just dumped in the box. It was brand new, but the plastic was very, very worn. But I did sell them as new as they were new, and these sold for £7.99 with the postage. I think the buyer actually messaged me saying these were going to end up on a mobility scooter for his grandma. I guess they just wanted something that looked the part, I don't know, but yeah, they sold. This sold recently for $39.95. This is a Samsung DVD hard drive recorder, fully tested. It's a nice one actually. I actually took an offer of £35 on this one. The buyer messaged me saying he wanted it urgently, so I sent it out that day, and then he messaged me about 2 days later, bearing in mind I have 5 to 7 working days delivery, sent via Hermes, saying he was unhappy because it hadn't arrived, and he said he would have paid me extra if he knew it was going to take so long. But I'm not a mind reader. If he doesn't offer to pay the extra postage for fast shipping, he's going to get the standard shipping. Anyway, I think it's arrived now, so hopefully he's happy. This came from an auction recently. It's one of those things that you put cartridges in or Super 8 film in and converts it to your video. It was brand new in the box, as you can see, and it sold for $17.99 plus the shipping. This is a spares or repairs JVC camcorder. I think this did actually work, but the picture was really, really bad on it. I ran a tape cleaner through it, didn't make any difference, so I sold it as spares or repairs, and I got £15 plus the postage for it. Another remote control from the remote control lot, £5.95 free shipping. Yet another remote control from the remote control lot. This one sold for £9.95 free shipping. This was actually brand new in its packet, and it's a Microsoft Windows RC6 remote, which I've sold one before, but that one was used, but they do sell quite well. This is something I actually sold at auction. I very, very rarely do an auction, but I wasn't really sure what to price this at, so I put it on auction, bid starting at $4.99. I got a couple of bids, It's a Ferrari watch. It was quite worn, and it had golf club written on the back. I've no idea if it's genuine or valuable. I very much doubt it, but it sold for £6.50, £2.95. I was happy with that. It just came as part of an auction electronics lot dumped in the box, so it was all profit to me. These are vintage antique metal cupboard drawers handles. I actually bought a wardrobe for my son that we upcycled, and we stuck some new handles on, and these are basically the handles that came off, and they did actually sell for £15 plus the postage. This came from the electronics haul I got quite a long time ago now, and these haven't been a great seller. They're priced the lowest I can really go on them, £7.45, free postage. This person bought 2, which is good because obviously I could pack them up together. But these were all brand new sealed. I think they cost me £2 each. There's not a huge amount of profit, but I might have got them slightly cheaper because I bought about 20 of them, and I'm sure I probably paid less than £2 each in the end. But yeah, they're going gradually, but they're very slow sellers. This was something that was just dumped in an auction lot that seemed to sell according to completed listings, and it did, at £6.95 plus the shipping. It's a Tomy pull-along duck, I guess from around the 90s sort of time. It was in good condition, so I stuck it on there, and it did actually sell. This was a nice pickup from a car boot sale. I think it cost me, I think it was £4. It might have been less, but £4 rings a bell. And I got, let me just check I didn't take an offer. No, I didn't. I got the full £49.95 plus the postage on this. It was a Traveller Deluxe Olympia typewriter. Really nice condition, and it came in its case. If you remember a few sales videos ago, I sold this. It actually came back in the end. I think I did something at the end of my video where saying that the buyer always returns his items. He said that it was too scuffed and scratched for his liking. However, I do put in the description it's some scratches and scuffs from use and some damage. So I said, yes, I'll take it back, but it has to be a remorse claim. It has to be a change of mind, which surprisingly actually did, and he paid for the return postage. I wrapped it in bubble wrap when I sent it to him in a big cardboard box. I got it back, no bubble wrap, dumped in a box. Luckily there was no damage to it, and it all works, so I relisted it, and it sold again, and I took an offer of £45 plus the postage. So hopefully this time it won't come back. At auction recently I picked up a couple of Wii bundles, and in those bundles there was 2 Mario Kart games, one in the box, one without a box. So I put 4 wheels that I also got from other bundles with the game, and I sold it for £29.95 free postage. And as you can see, you get the 4 genuine wheels plus the game in the box. This was a camping gas lamp. Nice thing because it converted from a lamp to a stove, all boxed. I think it was new, but I did actually sell it as used. I think it's new because it still has this plastic polythene on there, but it sold for £17.95 plus the postage. Would have got it at auction, I think it might have cost me about £3. This is a set of guitar strings I got with a guitar pedal at auction recently. In fact, it was just about a week ago, and I put the strings straight on there because they're easy to list, and they sold for £4.99 free shipping, and they went large letter. But that's paid for the pedal, because the pedal was £5 plus the strings. So I'm into I basically broke even on that, and I've still got the pedal to sell. This was a bit of a cock up. At some point I must have reduced the price on this £2.95, thinking that I had £2.95 postage on it. Unfortunately I didn't, so it was £2.95 with free shipping, and as you can see, it's a board game which is quite thick, so it had to go Hermes. I sent it parcel to go because it was under 1 kilogram, and that cost me £2.39. With the PayPal fees and the eBay fees, I'm probably at a loss with this one because I didn't do the shipping correctly. But never mind, it's gone. It's a game I've had for a long time. But yeah, that was a bit of a fail. Sony Walkman. This one I took an offer at £10 for. It was really nice condition, as you can see. Almost not a scratch on it. Probably could be taken for new. It was really nice condition. But it was completely dead. There was no power at all in it. So that's why I took the offer at £10. I've had it on there for a while as well, without a sale. Sewing machine sold for £30. I did actually have this on there for, I think it was $49.95. It's been on there for a long time now. But there was a fault with it where the pedal is basically just on or off. There was no speed adjustment in it. I took the pedal apart, couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I sold it basically as without a working pedal, but the unit did actually work, and it sold for £30 plus the postage. I made a little bit on the postage. It cost me $8.99 parcel force via parcel to go, so I did make a little bit more on the postage. But yeah, I was pleased to see that one gone. It would have cost me £8 at auction, and it means that I can make space in my storage, because they do take up a lot of space. This was one of the games I got at a recent auction, you know, where I bought the other Mario Kart game. This one sold on its own for £9.95. This was actually a dumpster dive find. When I go to get boxes, I sometimes go at back of the Halfords and get boxes, and I actually picked this out with the boxes and sold it for £8.95, a little end cap for a roof box. This was the other Mario Kart game with the two wheels. This didn't have a case, so I got an old case I had which had a rubbish game in it, put the game in, and I actually took one of the little leaflets from the other game, the other Mario Kart game, and put it in this one, just so it's got a Mario Kart sort of leaflet in there as well. But as you can see from this picture, there's no actual inlay. But I still got $19.95 free shipping on it. This was at the bottom of a household haul from an auction. Can't remember why I bought the haul, but it wasn't for this. This was just at the bottom of the box. It's an old sailing ship ornament. It was all made of wood, but it absolutely stunk of smoke, and it was covered in smoke. So I listed it as having smoke stains, ideal for a pub, and it sold for £10 plus the postage. These were cotton yarns that I've got that's sold for £4.95 plus shipping. These go My Hermes. It took me a long time to sort through all of these and get them into lots, but they're pretty much going now quite quickly. There's still a fair few to go, but yeah, all profit on these. This was a good pickup. I got it at an auction last week. It cost me £6 for the whole shelf of electronics. This was actually at the back of the haul, and it's a genuine BMW Mini sat-nav, which is basically just a Garmin sat-nav in disguise. But it came with all the accessories. I put a picture here so that people can see the models and such. And it came in its original box, and it fully worked. And I sold it for I think I took an offer of £100. Yeah, £100 plus postage on it, which is possibly a little bit on the cheap side for it. But it was nice to see it go so quick. I had a few people asking on Facebook about it as well, because I did actually cross-list it on Facebook. But I was happy for it to go at £100. There was a lot of profit there. Another Mario game from the auction haul, this time £12.95 plus free shipping. This one actually had a little bit of wrinkling on the inlay, but it was nice condition. Another item from an auction shelf. This was again just part of the auction lot, and this wasn't what I actually bought the lot for. And this turned out to be a brand new Yin Yang BY24ZP flash, which going on previous sales are quite well regarded for some reason. It looked quite cheap to me, but it sold for £17.99 free shipping. These came as part of the Wii games again, just loose, so I put them in a little one of those disc wallets, and they sold for £4.99 free shipping and went large letter. This again from the same auction. This is a Kircher window vac. I think it cost me £5. Fully worked, came in the box. Box was very tatty, but I got £29.95 for it plus the postage. Nintendo Wii and Nunchuck. I've sold a few of these this week. I've only actually included one in this roundup, but I'm getting £12.95 with free shipping in them. Again, come as part of Wii hauls. This is a handheld massager. I think it was basically brand new, but I sold it as used because I wasn't 100% sure. Box was a little bit worn in places, but I sold it for £15 free, £15 plus the postage. Again, part of an auction lot. This is an adapter from an auction lot. I paid £8 for a big crate of laptop chargers, and this is just one of them. I've started to list them, and I got £10.95 for this, so I'm purely into profit now on the whole lot, and I've probably got about 20 chargers left. I think that charger haul was part of an auction haul I did, an auction haul video I did recently, so look out for that one in my past videos. This one came from an auction recently again, part of an electronic shelf, sold for £9.95 free shipping. This was basically a brand new Asda CD player. I've actually got 3 of these. but the others are missing the headphones. But they're all brand new, but been sort of, the box has been split open. But I tested it and it fully worked, so I sold it as new on the basis that it's been taken out and tested. But yeah, I'm not sure how much as to sell them for, but I doubt if it's a lot. So £9.95 free shipping on it is good, I reckon. This came from an auction lot recently, cost me £5 plus the commission on it, and I sold them for £59.95. Technics speakers, and £9.95 postage, so it's going to be quite a lot of profit in this one. Nice speakers as well. Garmin SatNav, again part of an auction lot, sold for £29.95 plus postage. Would have cost me probably about £3. This was a good sale. Let me just check how much I took. I took £90, an offer on it at £90. I did actually have it up for 130 originally with no takers. Basically, this is a Sony Walkman, but I think it's one of the last ones they made. This was absolutely minty fresh, and it came with the remote control, as you can see. No box, but it did come with a little pouch thing, additional battery thing, and another pouch, and I printed out a user manual for it. And it sold for £90. Yeah, £90 plus £4.99 postage. So I was very, very happy with that. I didn't realise I had this. Lonnie did a video fairly recently where he said he lost one of his items in some shoes, and this was basically the same sort of thing. I'd put it inside a box in my storage when I picked it up at auction. Completely forgot about it, and then I was sorting out that box and suddenly came across this absolutely mint high-end Walkman. So it was great to put that on there and see that sell. This is something I picked up at the car boot sale recently for £10. But it was actually brand new in its box. The box was really, really tatty, as you can see, really tatty. But the contents were brand new. All the stickers were there. And I checked all the contents, so I sold it for £59 plus £6.99 postage, which seems to be pretty high end, and yeah, considering the state of the box, I'm surprised it sold for that. But there you go. Oh, more football boots from my son. These ones sold for £11.95 plus the postage. This time they're Adidas ones, or Adidas, but again, these ones would have cost us an absolute fortune when we bought them. This came again from my son's bedroom. He's been tidying it out. We bought this for his 3DS a long time ago. I think it must have came from Toys R Us at some point. Might have come from the charity shop, but it sold for £13 free postage. We never use it. He never used his DS, and he's got the charger anyway there. So yeah, I thought I'd sell that. Parking sensor came from an auction, Hall of Electronics. Again, wouldn't have been the reason I bought the Hall, so pretty much all profit here. Sold for £9.98 free postage. It was brand new in the box, as you can see, with all the sensors, little saw to cut the hole. So yeah, very pleased with that. And that's all the things I sold this week that I'm gonna, and that's everything I've got to show you this week. So I hope everybody's been having a good week themselves. Please join me next week for my next sales roundup. I might have a video out in between then, I'm not sure yet. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.